This video will demonstrate how to import a MARC record into that is not in the Union catalog using the Amicus Collections Canada, the Z39.50 button. So the first step in this process is to search the Union catalog to ensure that there isn't a good MARC record already existing in the Union catalog. So I'm going to enter the title of the book, Assessing Comprehension Thinking Strategies. Searching the Union catalog to make sure that there is no good MARC record for this book. So no results found. There are a couple of what look like results that come up under the Biblios in reservoir. We do not want to use these. This is I guess historical data indicating that at one time there may have been a record, but it's not a record that we can currently access or use. The result has to come up above the Biblios in reservoir if there was a good book, a good MARC already existing in the system. Okay, so that's complete. We know there's no MARC in the Union catalog that we can piggyback off of. So the next step is to return to the Koha admin page and click on the Add MARC Record button. From this screen, click on the Z39.50 search button. This brings up another little window and enables us to search the National Library of Canada bibliographic records, which is the Amicus Collections Canada. Have to make sure at this point that there's a checkbox in front of the National Library of Canada bibliographic records. So this is a free service of MARC records that we can download and import directly into Koha. So the next step is to click on the ISBN and scan the publisher's barcode of the book, or you could, if you want to, type in the title or search for any of the options. Click the search box and see what kind of results return. So there is a MARC. Does appear that this Amicus has a MARC record for this particular book. I want to make sure that this is the correct book. I want to double check the title and the author and the ISBN information. I can even at this point click here on the MARC to bring up the MARC record if I want to verify any other information about the book. So I've determined that this is the correct book, and it's a good match. So the next step is to click on the import button to actually bring this MARC from the Amicus and into the my catalog. So you can browse through the tabs up here. The important one to go to is tab 9, as this information will not be correctly filled out since it is unique to Koha. So for every MARC record you import, this needs to be changed to the correct item type as per our Koha categories. Now in this case, it is in English nonfiction, but it will always, regardless of the type of book you download, it will always say English nonfiction. So you do have to verify tab 9. The other piece of information we're going to need in order to add this MARC into our system is the Dewey Decimal number, the call number for the book. Sometimes this is found in the 0 tag. If you scroll down to the bottom around this area where currently it says Library of Congress call number, sometimes if the Dewey is part of the MARC, it will say the Dewey Decimal number, and you can copy that information, especially for nonfiction books, which are a little more difficult to identify the Dewey. If it's not there, as is the case in this number, have to use another source to try to find the correct Dewey Decimal number for the book. Okay, so as long as tab 9 is accurately filled in, then your next step is to click Save button. And up comes the screen where you fill in the call number once you have identified it. So we did find it through another source in this case. And you put a barcode on the book and scan the barcode. Enter a collection line if that's something that you're using. And click your Add Item button. And the book is now part of your school library.